nothing alike. We's different. You ain't the hustling type. We's different.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose's back in the building. Welcome back to the channel, live and direct, live in effect. Make sure you subscribe to find out what's next. We are here. Welcome to day 4 of the 7-day hell. NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver Night 2 is tonight. But before we get there, I am here to predict Night 1 of WrestleMania 37. WrestleMania is this weekend. Night 1 is Saturday, night 2 is Sunday. Now, you know, this WrestleMania season has been unlike any other because it's probably the most or the least exciting season. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's just get through this and prepare for next year. You know what I'm saying? That's just all we got to do. Just push this aside, prepare for next year. Now, let's predict night 1 of WrestleMania 37. Okay. So, 7 matches in total. What you're going to hear from me a lot in this is matches that were pulled out of somebody's ass. Because they're either random, built way too soon, or too late. You get my point. All right, so we here. Let's get it. All right, so I'm gonna get this first match out the way because I just can't stand this match. So, the first match I'm gonna talk about is the tag team turmoil. The winner of this match faces Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships on night 2. We have the Riot Squad, Natalya and Tamina. We have Naomi and Lana. We have Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. And it's possible we could have Carmella and Billie Kay. Now, take an understanding to this. These 5 teams are your entire women's tag team division. The WWE Women's Tag Team Championships go from both Raw and SmackDown, and you only have 5 teams. And out of those 5, 1 team is a legit tag team. The other 4 were just made up, makeshift, and one of them was literally pretty much just made last week or 2 weeks ago. So it's like, what are we doing here? So I'm gonna make this as quick as possible. Who I think should win? I think the Riot Squad should win because again, they're the only legit tag team. On top of that, I also think they should win the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. These titles need to get off Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler as soon as possible because I need Shayna Baszler as a singles competitor. I need her as a singles competitor. I like her as a singles competitor. I need that Shayna Baszler. So in order to get that, these tag team championships need to go. On top of that, she needs to separate herself from Nia Jax. Let Nia Jax deal with Reginald. You know, that whole thing that they got. Let them deal with that. Move Shayna from that. Shayna needs to be a killer again. She needs to go after that Raw Women's Championship and be a killer. I need that. But because this needs to go. But I picked the Riot Squad, and I want them to beat Nia and Shayna on Sunday. All right. Got that out the way. All right. All right, match number 2. We have a steel cage match. Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon. Another match that, you guessed it, pulled out of somebody's ass. Because why is Shane McMahon on this card? Why is Shane McMahon here? Why is this match a thing? Why is this match more resemblant of the modern day Shane versus Big Show? Because that's exactly what this is. And you know what makes this worse? This is a perfect match for Shane McMahon to win. This is the perfect get out of jail free card for Shane McMahon. Because I see it where, because I have Shane winning, and it's weird to say that, but I get a feeling they're gonna have a second match. That's why I feel like Shane is gonna win, and if he does, he's gonna do it in a way where he's probably either gonna climb out, probably kick Braun's hand or kick Braun off the top of the cage, whatever it is, and just escape like that. He could get out. He can go out the door. You know, there's options for Shane to win. Even though this should just be a one-off and Braun just wins and we call it a day, I get a feeling it's not going to be that. So since I feel that way, I feel Shane's going to win. I feel Shane is going to escape because he ain't going to pin Strowman. He can't pin him unless Shane has like something crazy in his back pocket, which I doubt. But Shane's going to escape. Braun's going to be upset, and Braun's going to demand another match, and then we'll have like a falls count anywhere or whatever type of match where Braun wins. We'll just do 50-50 like that and call it a day. Because we're going on the same path almost as Shane and Miz from 2 years ago. I feel like we're on that same path. If that's the case, Shane's winning. If Braun wins, one off, call it a day, let's not deal with this anymore. Shane wins, there's going to be another match. Simple as that. So, how I'm feeling Shane's going to win. So, we're going to see another match of this. Don't be surprised. Don't be shocked, because I won't. All right, next match, we got Bad Bunny. Multi-Grammy Award-winning Bad Bunny. Teaming up with my boy, Damian Priest, as they take on The Miz and Morrison. So this has been building since Royal Rumble, so I can't really be that mad about it. And this is one of the few matches that are not pulled out of somebody's ass. Even though technically it looks like it, but it's not. Because it's been built since the Rumble. So this has been 3 months worth of building with a 2-week pause because The Miz was the WWE champion for 2 weeks. I will get into that. I'll get into that later on, trust me. But in terms of this match, Bad Bunny and Damian Priest are winning. Because I'm just like, at this point, as there's no point. Miz and Morrison are not winning. Bad Bunny's going to get his moment. Damian Priest is going to get his moment. This is his first WrestleMania, so why not? There's not much I can say about this. This is going to be just one of those matches. You know what I'm saying? So, I got Bad Bunny and Damian Priest winning. And that's all I got. That's all I got. All right. Next match. The Raw Tag Team titles are on the line. The New Day defend against Omos, making his in-ring debut, and the phenomenal AJ Styles. And this is, you guessed it, pulled out of somebody's ass. Because we're talking about AJ Styles here. And I've been quoted saying he is your best performer. Why is your best performer in a tag team match at WrestleMania? Granted, it's for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Cool. It's for a title. Cool. But AJ could be in a much more meaningful position. Instead, he's in a place where this is all you got. Because you have no other tag teams, so clearly this is all you got. So instead, let's just sit here and go, oh, well, you know, we got Almas here, you know, why? It's like, you know, Almas is, he's a big guy. We want him to debut. Just put him at Mania. Let's be honest here. AJ's going to do most of the work. AJ's going to do most of the work. Almas is probably going to get a couple of moves in, probably a couple of military press slams, gorilla press slams, maybe some two-hand choke slams, you know, some big boots, you know, some just some real immovable object type of moves. You know what I'm saying? So this match is going to be iffy. But despite all that, this might be an okay match. Might be a decent match. And on top of that, AJ and Almost are going to win the Raw Tag Team Championships. But after that, what happens next? Who knows? But we'll see what happens. But AJ and Almost will win because the New Day don't really need these titles. I don't know why they beat the Hurt Business for these titles. They don't need them. Now they're 11-time tag team champions. As I said before, the New Day are one of the greatest tag teams of all time. They are one of the greatest tag teams of all time. They don't need the belts. They've done enough. Just be that tag team to build up other teams. Whatever teams you got, since you don't have any. You know what I'm saying? So I got AJ and Almost doing. God knows what they're going to do after they win. So it is what it is. Let's move on. All right. Seth Rollins versus Cesaro. This is like a 5% pulled out somebody's ass. I said 5% because technically this was built once Seth Rollins came back to SmackDown after it wasn't after the Rumble. It was, I think, 2 weeks after the Rumble. So in February. So you know what? It's no percentage of a pulled out somebody's ass. No. Instead, this is Cesaro's very first one-on-one match at WrestleMania. Very first. And I'm intrigued at this. Because Cesaro's been here since 2012. Cesaro's been here for 9 years. 9 years. And it's taken him this long to get one WrestleMania one-on-one match. Luckily, it's against somebody like a Seth Rollins, which means this match is going to be amazing. This match actually should steal the show on night one. And I can't wait. That being said, Cesaro gets that win. He gets that real, this should be the real crucial win Cesaro gets. That puts him a little bit further to the title. And I'm talking about the Universal Championship. That step to get him to a title shot. That should happen, and hopefully it does. But we'll see. But I picked Cesaro. Definitely. I'm telling you, it's going to be in a match to steal the show. It should be a show stealer. If they have the time and everything like that, it should be a show stealer. This should be a hell of a match. All right. 2 matches left. We are at the 2 title matches. Now, there's an argument going on talking about which match should actually main event night one. Here's what I think should main event night one. But before I get to there, I'm going to talk about the one match I don't want to talk about. I'm talking about the WWE title. On the line as Bobby Lashley, the almighty Bobby Lashley, taking on Drew McIntyre. Why is WWE forcing me to watch Drew McIntyre become WWE champion? Now, I know they're not forcing me to watch this, but they're forcing this upon us. They're forcing it upon the 20,000 that they're going to have for night one. They're forcing that upon them. They're going to force that upon the viewers that are going to watch WrestleMania. No matter how much we criticize the show, we're still watching it regardless. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Why are we going to be forced in this moment? Listen, I said it before. Drew McIntyre won the WWE Championship in front of no fans was not his fault. And in some way, somehow, wasn't WWE's fault. They did what they had to do. They could have canceled WrestleMania entirely. And what better would that have made everything? Not much. So it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. So they decided to call an audible, decided to do WrestleMania, the biggest show of the year, with nobody in attendance but announcers, cameramen, and that's it. And just the performance in the ring. That's it. So I feel Drew McIntyre should step away from the WWE Championship for a whole year or so. Like, get back to the title when the time is right. Right now, the time is not right. I want Bobby Lashley to have a meaningful title run. I want him to have a meaningful title run. Because this title run right now in the beginning of this is ridiculous. It's horrible. It's a mess. On top of that, this build-up for this match has been a mess. Because you break up the Hurt Business in the middle of this, which I made a whole video of that. If you never watched that video, please watch that video after you watch this. Please, I appreciate that. That's number one. Number two, this was what, 2 to 3 weeks worth of build that just made no sense. This was horrible. Why? Now we got to endure this match. And it's not that we're enduring it because of who is in it. We're enduring it because of the fact that we all know Drew McIntyre is winning the WWE Championship. I don't want to admit that. I don't want to admit it. I want to sit here and say, WWE is going to let Bobby Lashley have his moment. He's going to have his moment and have a title run. You can't build somebody up where they are literally pretty much unstoppable. Bobby Lashley's only had 2 losses in the last year and a half. And that was to Aleister Black at WrestleMania last year and to Drew McIntyre at Backlash last year. And if that doesn't tell you anything, this man hasn't lost since June of last year. He hasn't lost since June of last year. He hasn't been pinned since June of 2020. And yet you want to take that away, that aura of what is Bobby Lashley right now. You built him up to be one of the most protected people, if not the most protected superstar in WWE. And you want to take that away by giving him the WWE Championship and then him hold it for a meaningless month so Drew McIntyre can have his moment with fans in the crowd. Come on, man. I think Drew McIntyre is cool. I like Drew McIntyre. I love the fact that he was able to elevate his game over the years and look completely badass doing it. But I don't want to see him be champion now. Now you're just forcing this. You know what happens with when you did this with Roman Reigns a couple years ago? You forced that upon us. And what did Roman do? Get a whole bunch of backlash for years because of it. Don't force things on us. You did it with John Cena. You did it with Roman Reigns. Now you're doing it with Drew McIntyre. Now, here's the thing. If they let Bobby Lashley win at WrestleMania, it's not going to be clean. It's not going to be clean. Now, here's my idea. Here's my idea on how they could make this work. So my video from yesterday, when I talked about the Hurt Business breaking up, I said maybe there was an idea where WWE kind of is just, maybe they took Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin off to put 2 new people in. And I said one of those people would be Keith Lee. Now imagine Keith Lee just returns at WrestleMania, right? You don't see it coming. You like, what the hell? Keith Lee, where you been? You know what I'm saying? He makes an appearance in the WWE Championship match. You automatically think it's going to help Drew. Then Keith Lee helps Bobby Lashley. He hits him with the either spirit bomb, whatever. Then Lashley puts on the Hurt Lock. Drew don't tap out because they wouldn't let Drew tap out. Drew don't tap out. He'll pass out. The referee calls the match and then Bobby Lashley retains. That would be newsworthy. That would work. That's an idea, but I don't think WWE will think that far. But we'll see. I don't know what they're going to do. But all I know is Drew McIntyre's win the WWE Championship. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what type of match we're even going to see. I know we're going to see a hard-hitting match. I know these two are going to hit each other with some hard shots, bro. Like, you're going to hear some things. I promise you. This is going to be a hard-hitting match. How this outcome will be will determine a lot of things. But we'll see. But for now, Drew McIntyre's winning WWE Championship. I don't see any other way around it. I have an idea for it. God knows what they'll do. We'll see. Now, one more match that I feel should be the main event of night one, and I feel they deserve it, even though the build has been very weird. Sasha Banks, the boss, Sasha Banks, versus the 2021 Women's Royal Rumble winner, Bianca Belair, for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Nothing but black excellence. Now, I made a full video about this too. I said I had Bianca Belair winning for a while. Like, I felt Bianca was going to walk into WrestleMania, become SmackDown Women's Champion, right? I had that feeling. Now I feel Sasha Banks may win because Bianca Belair may not be ready. And the way you've been building up this feud, how the hell could she be? She seemed more focused on outside things than the match that she has. So with that being said, I think Sasha Banks is going to win at WrestleMania. Would I be mad at it? No. Because now you build up Bianca Belair to get another shot. Actually, if you think about it, Money in the Bank is right around the corner. After this, it should be a month. It should be in May. So if that's the case, give Bianca Belair that briefcase. Then build her up from there. And then she went to SmackDown Women's Championship. Boom, like that. Because Sasha's already healed at this point in time. And I don't know, and I don't believe she's going to go back to a face. So if we just have a heel Sasha Banks at this moment, then it works out perfectly, doesn't it? Bianca could surprise Sasha, cash the Money in the Bank, become SmackDown Women's Champion. Boom. Then build her up from there. But build her up before you get there. Or she just waits till SummerSlam and challenges her then. It all depends on what direction we go. I don't know what direction we're going. Because again, the women's division on SmackDown is very, very, very super thin. To the point where if Bianca or Sasha win, what the hell are these two doing after that? Like, who's challenging? Unless you bring somebody out from NXT, which you shouldn't do at this point in time. Like, you better call up somebody from NXT. And there's a couple women ready. So you better, you know what I'm saying? You know? But yeah. I got Sasha winning. I got her winning at WrestleMania. Bianca ain't ready yet. Also, take these two tidbits of information. This is Sasha Banks' very first one-on-one WrestleMania match as well, even though she's been on the main roster for 6 years now. And this is Bianca Belair's very first one-on-one pay-per-view match since getting on the main roster last year. Somebody losing their very first one-on-one match at WrestleMania. Somebody losing it. It's going to be Bianca Belair. That's just how I see it. Because Sasha Banks has lost every WrestleMania match that she's been in. That should tell you a lot. that should tell you that this actually should benefit Sasha a lot more. So I got Sasha winning, and that is how night one will go for me in my mind. If it goes differently, it goes differently. I don't think it will, but hey, it is what it is. But until then, it's been Rose, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love and support. As always, you will catch me later tonight as we will review night 2 of NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. But until next time, peace, love, 100. Yeah.